We're underway.
All seems good right now, Jeff, and I think it goes back to what I was saying about the temperature in the tires. Had a lot of laps around their pacing while they tried to pit road off to get some grip in those tires.
Yeah, I think those pace laps actually did these Goodyears good, and these competitors kind of had an idea of what they might have as far as grip-wise in this first couple corners. So, yeah, look good. And I tell you, one guy, the 47 right there, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he jumped to the outside, took advantage of some cars running slower around that bottom, sort of tiptoeing to see what kind of grip they had. He made up some spots.
So a green racetrack, how long will it take before they can work that top groove in?
Well, it's out of necessity. You can't get down. There's no option.
Yeah.
You know, you're begging that spotter to tell me, hey, look at this pass for the lead right here.
When Denny Hamlin, I was going to say, didn't get a great start. It seemed like he spun the tires at the green, but boy, that car has come to him in a hurry here under green. And I saw the back end of the 22 of Logano step out sideways, so a little bit of lack of rear grip off the corner, but not for the 11, our new leader, Denny Hamlin.
We're ready to resume at 46 laps complete in Martinsville. Green flag.
I think you just saw good teamwork right there with Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano letting him in.
So what can Elliott do now from third on the outside?
Well, and we've actually seen Chase Elliott do a pretty nice job on the outside, has a car that turns really good, sometimes gets that run off the exit of the corner, but Joey Logano is going to try to keep the pressure on him.
Well, the other thing that happens there, your air pressures are down a little bit. It's hard to turn right there. So if you can get to their outside, get to the position on them where you can hold them down, crowd their line a little bit up off the corner, enables them to lift just the slightest little bit, and you get the position.
And then what you don't want to do if you're Kevin Harvick right here is get stuck in that outside lane. It can be a freight train. You can lose a lot of positions if you stay in that outside lane too long.
Yeah, typically what I would think, you know, a lap and a half at most, and you need to be getting down.
There he had an opening right there in front of 37 of Ryan Preece.
Yeah, down in turn one, coming out of two, Blaney gave the 11 a little bit of the bumper, just enough. You know, the chrome horn is what we used to call it back when we had chrome bumpers.
I think you're definitely looking at the tail of two tails right there. You see the 12 car. You can already see getting in the corner. He's free. He's a little bit loose. Denny is exactly opposite of that. Looks to me like he's fighting a tight condition.
And I saw Denny right there trying to hold the outside lane. Just make him work those tires just a little bit more. How about this battle? It keeps going back and forth. We saw the 5 of Kyle Larson let the 2 of Keselowski go by him. It looked like he was a little bit faster. And now the 5 goes back in front for 7th place.
Alex Bowman in the midst of that also. He has gained 5 positions since the restart. Now, if Almirola can stay out in front of the 12, race leader Ryan Blaney,
and
then
you got the 99 of Suarez trying to get one of his laps back.
Yep.
Great move right there.
Fresher
Dive
tires.
bomb and got it.
So the free pass car would be Ricky Stenhouse as of right now.
This is if you're Eric, you got to be really careful, not let that guy get you out on the outside and let that leader get around you. I think Blaney's going to be nice to him, though. That's exactly what I was talking about right here, but it's out of time.
Ryan Blaney, stage 1 winner from Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson.
Denny's going to fight back hard with his teammate here, Martin Truex Jr. See Kyle Busch and Keselowski, a little contact a little bit further back, but boy, Denny just did not get the restart that he wanted to get that launch.
Yeah, definitely spun his tires right there on the initial launch. But he was having to do exactly what he was and very aggressive. Utilize what his car's doing.
Oh, he's going to get there, though.
Tell you what.
Hamlin to the inside, and they come to the line. Blaney by half a car length. Hamlin, then Truex, and side by side, Elliott and Bowman for the top.
Denny Hamlin's up front trying to get by his teammate Christopher Bell for the lead and set sail.
And Bell gives him some room. Car in the wall in two. That'll be Suarez. Bounces off the wall, but we stay green.
It's Hamlin.
And that's the tricky part when you stay out and you're on older tires. You know, everybody just starts using you up like a pinball.
Here's what happened to Suarez with William Byron right behind him. Shot, fired.
Yeah, definitely shot. And I tell you, the shot that I saw right there is the 14. Johnny Klossmeyer, I was watching those guys. He took advantage of a wave around, put his driver, Chase Briscoe, in a position. He gets in track position, and man, right back in the top 10. Finally seeing that 14 and the potential there.
And look at his teammate, the 4, Kevin Harvick, coming into the picture into the top 10. Man, I would have wrote both of these guys off earlier in this race.
Again, took advantage of the wave around. We talked about the way this race flipped around. You know, Johnny took that wave around attempt, and his driver was able to
back straightaway.
Oh, big
It's
wreck.
clogged, completely backed up. And it started with Kyle Busch sideways with another car blocking the entire back straightaway.
Oh, I see Alex Bowman in that.
Reese on
A lot of
fire.
damage
Busch
with
is in it.
Alex Bowman. What a difference a caution can make for all these teams.
I mean, the backstretch was
Parking
completely
lot.
blocked. Oh, Ryan Preece all torn up. Justin Haley. So that started back in turns 1 and 2. And in fact, let's go all the way back to the start-finish line and Kyle Busch. Here he comes into frame.
Yeah, you can see he's trying to go to the inside of the 17 of Chris Buescher. They make contact. Boy, Buescher gets loose and comes down. I don't know if he intentionally tried to come down because he was upset, but boy, look at that parking lot after that.
Brad in that one again.
It'd be easier to tell you who wasn't involved.
Side 17.
Get it here as soon as he got. Oh man, big shot right there. Keselowski.
Everybody's just being shoved right into this melee. Let's watch Chris Buescher. He gets
well,
loose.
they got loose,
and then I think he's mad. You know, at this stage in the race, you get angry when something like that happens. But that's why you got to keep your composure. I don't know that was intentional, but it just seemed to me like he could have prevented from getting into the outside of the 18.
You see the radiators knocked out of the 48. Man, unfortunate for them. They were strong all day long, in position. No longer. You know, you heard I talked about Matty D doing that earlier, downshifting in a third to try to get that thing woed up. It almost woed it up too much right there.
Well, I think he
McDowell got into it hard.
McDowell got right into the rear bumper of him as soon as he downshifted.
I think that's going to end Brad's day. Several of them. Oh.
That's
how fast things happen and stack up.
Yeah, that's where that fire came from Priest, because probably a little displeasure from Daniel Suarez towards, I believe, William Byron.
Well, that came from the help that he got getting into the turn 2 wall earlier.
Yes. My unofficial tally has 15 cars involved in that backstretch pileup.
Should have used the water on his hot rod.
We've just hit 50 straight green flag laps. That is the longest green flag run in stage 3, which has just been full of cautions and 1 red flag. As you saw during side-by-side coverage, Ryan Blaney had a look, a little sniff at the lead, but nothing there. Now there are 2 cars ahead, single file. James Davison has been staying up and out of the way as Blaney has a peek, and then Ross Chastain, then clear sailing for a little bit before they catch the next pack of lap traffic. 50 laps to go, and Larry, with all these cautions, I hate to ask, but what are the trends?
Well, Mike, you would think with 14 cautions already, we'll probably have it that many or half of that many in the next 50 laps, but the trends do not show it, Mike. I looked at the last
Turn 3
Martinsville races.
Excuse me, Larry.
There was your trend, Larry.
Yeah, right on cue, Chase Briscoe.
I only missed it by 2 laps.
Oh, running over the air hose.
Oh, that's going to be a penalty, I believe. And then it gets worse for him because he goes around the corner.
Well, that's taking equipment out of the pit box. So, yes. And there's the race off pit road.
Yeah, Mike, that definitely is going to be a penalty on the 12, I'm afraid.
Man. Now he's in position where if he can get in the corner, not wheel hop, but move him up the track a little bit. There he goes. Now he's up. Now he's going to get the pass made.
It's not over yet. I think he's going to have to move him about another car width.
He better hurry up. He's got another lapper. Now he's moved up again.
Now the next lapper has been running the bottom of the racetrack. Let's see what happens when the leaders get to him.
If he does, and I'm him, I'm moving him up into that guy's lane. I hate to say it.
There it is.
Yep.
Truex, as the lap car pulls aside.
Alfredo did a great job there. Let them race their race.
Ooh, Denny tried to drive really deep into the corner to get back to the rear bumper. Truex.
Don't turn your back on Chase Elliott. Right there for the taking.
And lots more traffic ahead.
Where I see Chase being able to pounce on these guys, for whatever reason, he can get into the corner a car length and a half deeper than they can. Also, the other thing that I like is he's able to move up inner higher, kind of cross back over. See how much deeper he can get in?
That's what I was going to say. There it is. There's that entry speed that Chase Elliott has.
But Hamlin continues to have really good drive off the corner.
See Chase trying to set up. Denny Hamlin uses that high entry, that late arc to get that straight shot off. Make that straightaway as long as you possibly can. You know, now it comes down to you got 11 to go here. If you're Chase Elliott, you got to get by Denny Hamlin and do it quickly if you're going to have any shot at Martin Truex Jr. as he drives away.
Denny's done a great job of being mindful, knowing what he has for a race car and taking that exit away from those guys.
Ten laps to go. 5 to go.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Amazing there how then Chase Elliott has the clean air, drives deep into the corner, got a little loose.
Yeah, he's loose again. He definitely got his brakes hot, started getting loose.
And meanwhile, Martin Truex Jr. loving this battle going on behind him.
Truex unchallenged, second place very much still in doubt between Elliott and Hamlin. Good gap back to Byron. Larson with Logano a car length behind him. 2 to go.
That's the first time I actually saw some glow coming from the rear tires on the 9 car of Chase Elliott. Oh, there's a little glow there on the rear of Truex also. So these guys are
off the pace.
hard on the brakes.
White flag though. 1 lap to go. They're going to have to get around Newman in 2, and they do. Ryan Newman going to tough it out on 3 tires to the finish. And coming out of turn 4 for his 29th career win, he's why they call it Martinsville. Martin Truex will go to victory lane.
Well, it's all smiles down here for Martin Truex Jr. Heck of a burnout, first off. Second off, you guys were just decent all day long, and all of a sudden at the end of this race, that car came to life.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible at the end there. Bass Pro Toyota. James and the guys really hung with me all day. We never could quite get it the way we wanted. It started getting dark, and she came to life. So I can't believe we won here again after not having the dominant car today for sure, but that was a lot of fun there at the end, racing with Denny, and we raced clean, and we were able to come out on top.
You mentioned racing with Denny at the end of the race right there. How difficult is that? When it's a teammate, you know you're going to see him on Monday morning. How does that go?
Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult. We try to race hard, race clean, you know, and he was making it difficult on me. You know, I was loose coming off the corners, and his car got tight, so we kind of had opposite things going on, and it made it difficult to pass. But we played nice, and Coach will be happy, and it'll be a cordial meeting tomorrow.